Chloe Burdett here with head men's basketball coach Blake Mellinger. Coach, you traveled to Jefferson City, Tennessee this past weekend in the South Atlantic Conference and Conference Carolinas Challenge. You faced King and Lees McRae. Focusing on the game against King, you took a loss 95-77, but we did see some cool action from sophomore Isaiah McAmis. He put up a career-high 16 points. And we also got to see some fresh faces out there for UVA-wise. We saw Joel Pettiford, who went 5 for 8 in field goals and produced 13 points. Just talk about some of your takeaways from that game and what you saw out of your guys off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got some good contributions from some of our freshmen, some of our younger guys. More than anything, good experience for them. Obviously, we were a little shorthanded. We got several guys in COVID protocol right now, so I think that really hurt us throughout the course of the game, just in terms of our depth. I thought they did a really good job of with their pressure, just wearing us down. And I think that really showed up in the second half. We had some untimely turnovers, and then, we just shots stopped falling for us, and I think our legs just got heavy. But that's just the situation we're in right now. So we have to, we have to adapt and try to overcome it.
And then focusing next on the Lees McRae game, you guys weren't able to seal the deal, but it looked like it was kind of hard to combat Michael Mays of Lees McRae, who got really hot and put up 21 points. But on a good note, the Cavs shot around 70% from the free throw line and made all 8 of their free throws in the first half. And once again, we got to see some new players who definitely have the potential to become huge assets for you guys, such as Mekhi Vassell, who snagged 15 rebounds, and then Jeff Jackson Jr. coming off the bench and scoring a team-high 12 points. So give me your thoughts on some of that.
Yeah, I thought Jeff and Mekhi played really, really well. We kind of challenged Jeff after the King game, and he really stepped up. He was really good, really on both ends of the floor. He was good defensively, rebounded the ball well. And then, he gave us some offensive production too, which is really nice to see. And then Mekhi was great. To grab 15 rebounds in a game, you're really doing some work. So I thought it was really good to see that from both of those guys. Honestly, both those games over the weekend, they were kind of carbon copies of each other. Lees McRae, they pressed us to the majority of the game. I don't feel like we executed nearly as well offensively against them as we did in the first game against King. And again, I don't know if that was fatigue. I don't know if that was just lack of focus. I don't really know the reasoning behind that, but I definitely think our offensive execution dropped off significantly from game into that second game compared to where it was in the first game.
So you guys are headed to Gaffney, South Carolina to face Limestone tomorrow. Limestone has a few talented players, such as Ben Gallert, who just in their past game put up 21 points this past week. So how's the team preparing for this conference opener?
Yeah, it's it's first conference game, so it's tough because you've got basically they've played 2 games. So you still have very little information on Limestone and kind of what they do. Now, the good thing is they have a lot of guys back. So a lot of their key guys are guys that played for them last year. So I think we have a pretty good feel for what they're going to try to do. They're going to be really good defensively. Offensively, we've got to do – or defensively on our side, we've got to do a really good job of keeping them out of the paint, keeping them off the offensive glass. We basically need to try to make them beat us from the perimeter. We get a couple guys back out of COVID protocol at midnight tonight, so we're going to have a late practice, and then hopefully that will help with our depth. Hopefully we won't have guys go out there and wear down. I think we can play a little deeper tomorrow because we'll get some guys back, even though still got a few guys out. But we're trying to battle it. COVID's one of those things like, you hope going into this season you weren't going to be dealing with it as much, but unfortunately we are. So we got to kind of have to take it with a grain of salt and just, approach it the best we can.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Coach. So tip-off for the Cavs and the Saints will be tomorrow, November 17th at 7:30 p.m. in Gaffney, South Carolina. Be sure to check out UVAWiseCavs.com for streaming and stats, and fans can listen live on WLSD 92.5 FM. Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thanks, Chloe.